All right, all right, all right. Hello, hello, hello. I know y'all was like, what in the world is taking you so long? So I was in the bike. But I'm here now. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Put a Pin in It, Conversations with Alisa. And I am your host, Alisa. All right. I need you to like and share. We are on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and we have a wonderful treat on tonight. Please, while you're coming in, say hello so I can put your comment on the screen. Hello, Miss Pat. How are you? Thank you for your support. Tonight we're going to get a lot of exclusives. We have Jonathan Slocumb on tonight. That is our guest. He will be on at 7:30. But before we go into that, I always have a segment of sports because I am a female that love sports. And I like to give my commentary how I see sports through my eyes. Okay. And sometimes, you know, it's a little this and that. It's not always about the stats, but I want you to get my perspective. Before we get started with that, though, who was affected by the Facebook shutdown on today? If you were affected, please put a 1 in the chat. I know I was. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 for me. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, because I was like, oh my God, I got a show today. What is going on? I was like, oh my God. All right. So I was affected and I was kind of, you know, caught off guard. I was hoping that I wasn't going to get leaked or something was happening. Somebody got into my account and was about to do some things that I didn't want done. But thanks be unto God. Miss Pat says she done deleted her account and everything. Thanks God that it was just a glitch and they fixed it and we were able to just move forward. All right. So we're going to get started. My co-host, as it relates to sports and things, is Queen. I want y'all to give her a hand. All right. Queen, how are you today?
I am good. I'm blessed and highly favored. Thank you, Jesus.
Blessed
Happy to be
and
here
highly
tonight.
favored. Happy to be here. Amen.
Yes.
Amen. Miss Pat said she thought that she was hacked. I did too for a second. I was like, oh.
I didn't even know about it.
Oh, yeah. Because I was at work and trying to make sure I was making posts, getting, you know, trying to be engaged to let people know that Jonathan was going to be on tonight. And I didn't want, you know, him to come on and there not be nobody on here. But thank God for the 31 people that's on here right now. We pray that it's going to
31.
It's getting higher on Instagram as well. So Facebook, I need you guys to like and share. And I need you guys to comment, because the only people I'm seeing comment is off of Facebook. Don't tell me that the Facebook church is getting more action than the the YouTube church is getting more action than the Facebook church. Don't do that, because I love being on Facebook. Okay, 79. Let's go. All right, here we go. First thing I want to talk about is Senior Day. Now, I said a little bit on my status. If you follow me, I said a little bit about it. Senior Day traditionally is for families. Okay, and I have this picture up here. This is Cordosa. She plays for South Carolina. And she has not seen her family for 8 years. Okay, wow. We're gonna watch a video, and it's gonna explain everything that happened. Okay, so let's see what we got. See if I can pull it up.
Kind of an incredible moment for all of us. For someone that's made like incredible sacrifices for her family for the past 8 years. Past 8 years, just for this game. Just for the game that she loves. Okay? We got a chance to do something pretty special. Yep. Camilla. Let's bring the people who also made that sacrifice for the past 8 years to be away from your family. For as long as you've been away from your family, we wanted to make this day special. Bring her mom and her sister out, y'all.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Don't that give you all the warm and fuzzy feelings, right? Okay. That is what Senior Day is all about. It's about the sacrifices of the families. So when I saw, hats off to Coach Dawn for what she did. Coach Dawn, let me talk about her for a minute. Coach Dawn is a phenomenal coach. Mm-hmm. Last year they went undefeated in the preseason, and this year they went undefeated in the preseason with a whole new starting five. Her previous starting five are all in the WNBA. Ain't that crazy?
That's wonderful. Well,
go ahead.
She's an awesome player. And she understands the fundamentals and the logics of the sport. She understands it, and that's what makes a great coach.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so with that being said, this is why I said what I said when it came to this presentation of Senior Day. Okay. So we're going to watch this, and y'all tell me what you think. I want y'all to sound off in the comments now. Don't be shy.
Okay, let's see. I'm glad I didn't see this. So
all right. So even though it seemed like it was special because Shaq was there, I beg to differ. I think that this should not have been. This was a moment where Shaq should have been like, because his daughter had a Senior Day too. He was at her Senior Day. He had to share it with Keon, but he was there. But my thing is, this is for families. So I think with him walking out there, even though I thought that was her daddy, people's like, you don't know what you're talking about. That's her trainer and all. Even that, her mom was a single mom. Her mom fought for her to be where she is all these years. You know, Shaq, thank you for getting her the deal and all that kind of stuff like that. But this moment, you can't get this moment back. And this is a moment where, you know, I think it should have been just her and her mom, or her and her family. Even I think her dad is not in her life or something like that. Then people's like, you know, Lisa, if they wanted her to do it, whatever. But it brought question on, why is Shaq there? You see what I'm saying? Why are you, why don't it supposed to be her daddy, or don't it supposed to be her family? Oh, Shaq hitting that because he got to be hitting it if he's, you know, so it brings many. Yes, I seen all of these comments. It brought so many questions because I showed you Cardosa's moment, because it's supposed, really, you know, Coach Don could have walked her down, right? For her senior day, because all of them look at Coach Don as a mom, or, you know, their mentor and stuff like that. Senior day is not for that. Senior day is for what you saw with Cardosa's family. You see what I'm saying? That's why I showed both of them. One of them is more commercialized than the other. And I just think Angel Reese is gonna look back, or her mom is gonna look back on that day and be like, you know, maybe it was overshadowed or whatever, or maybe they don't care. But others that know what Senior Day is about, that's why I had a little harping about
it. More than likely, they're from here, right? She's from here,
yeah,
right?
she's from Baltimore.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care.
But do you see my stand, though? That's my stand.
It's ridiculous, but she don't care. She don't care.
Oh, but I get it, though. I'm not saying I don't get it, but that should have been a moment where Shaq, because he does have a daughter, he should have been like, you know what, I'm gonna be here. I support you. I'll be in the stands. I don't have to walk you down. That's something you and your mom should do on your own. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, I want to talk about Caitlin Clark. I want to give her a round of applause because she broke the record for male and female all-time scoring in D1 basketball. And she has declared that she's going to be going into the WNBA. She's not staying. Yeah. Angel Reese is staying and Cardosa is staying a 5th year, but Caitlin Clark is taking her talents to the WNBA.
I'm so glad, because I know they had quoted like, why go to WNBA? We can make more money here. It's not always about that.
No, see, Caitlin Clark loves the game. Right. And so can you imagine her getting drafted to the Indiana Fever? They're going to have a dynasty because it's going to be Aaliyah.
She's going to soar, and they're going to have to play catch up.
Yeah. Yeah. She's going to really have a great time in the WNBA. She really is. All right. So now I want to talk about what you wanted to talk about.
So what's going on? I wanted to talk about it tonight, so I didn't get all into the details. Like, what are the factors? Like, why now? What was it for 85 million?
That's what they're gonna be suffering for letting him go. So I got the scoop right here. So the scoop is because the Broncos are releasing Russell Wilson. If y'all don't know who that is, that's Sierra's husband. They just had a baby. They're going to have 85 million in dead money against their salary cap because he is guaranteed $39 million. So they wanted him to sign out of that, but he didn't, and that's why they're letting him go. So that's it. I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't know why they're being so salty about. I mean, he didn't win, obviously, but the Broncos is not like a good team.
Right.
So,
Anyway.
I'm trying to figure out like what's the big deal about it. So I don't know. But that's what that's about. I don't know. And I want y'all to brace yourselves because um they was trying to stop this from happening, but they can't stop it from happening. So President Donald Trump, well, I ain't gonna say president because he's not the president, but the what we call the honorable, that's what we have to call him, even though we don't, if we don't believe it or
Former
not.
president.
In the military, we have to call him the honorable. But I'm not in the military anymore. So former president Donald Trump, he cannot be kicked off the state presidential primary ballot. So where some states were taking him off, they can't do that legally. Personally, I don't even know why he's able to run, but I don't even know how he ran in the first place. That's the number one. I don't even know how this came about because when I was in school, I thought you had to have some type of knowledge in government. You had to be a senator and all. I thought you had to come up the ranks, but evidently there are loopholes to this thing, and Donald Trump has found a way. And I'm not gonna say that when he was now for those that have businesses, he was the president for you. Now you'll be lying if you say he won't, but he was. But all that other stuff that he had going on, just flying off at the mouth and stuff like that, he showed me things about the presidency that I didn't know could exist. I didn't know that the president could be like, forget y'all, I'm signing this. He was signing his name to stuff that was not even voted for. Y'all don't remember that? I was like, Lord, I didn't know you could do that. But I'm not voting for Trump if that's what it sounds like. I'm just saying, I just didn't know that was going on. He was able to do it because he funded his own. Oh, okay, gotcha. And how do we even know that is true? Okay. All right, I see the people in on Instagram saying, "Dang." So we got to vote again between Trump, maybe Biden, and oh God, I don't even want to think about it. That's gonna be crazy. I want to talk about this, and then we're gonna go because my guest is in the back. He is prompt and on time. God, I thank you for that. I thank God for the promptness.
We're gonna come back to it next week. The Ravens has decided to investigate Zay Flowers, but I'm gonna come back.
Oh wow, yeah, we need to talk about that.
Yeah,
we need to talk about that. So before we go, I want to pay homage to Janice Burgess, who was the creator of the Backyardigans. Now, this came out in 2014, I believe. I was grown.
And you watched
but the Backyardigans had me in a chokehold. I loved the Backyardigans. Like it was because it's the way she had the songs and your Backyardigans, whatever. I loved the Backyardigans. It was like next to none. But sadly to say, she passed away today at age 72. But I just wanted to give her flowers because I loved the Backyardigans. I really did. Those of you that probably my following didn't really watch it because y'all older than me.
They
so
know
I know
they watch. With that ice cold milk, they be watching.
Tyrone, I call myself putting it on for my kids, but I love some Backyard. I don't even think they like me. I used to make them watch it. But anyway, we are on time tonight. Queen, thank you for joining me. I'm about to bring on my brother.
All right, I'm going to the audience.
Please do. All right, everybody that is on right now, I need you to like and share. I need you to like and share because I have someone that has been in the way a long time. And I am so glad that he was a yes because let me tell you, I like to ask questions. And he said that I can ask any question I want to ask. And that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to learn a whole lot about Mr. Jonathan Slocumb. So I want y'all to give him a hand as he comes to the stage. As he comes to the stage. How you doing, sir?
Backyardigans. No, Lisa.
Yes.
I didn't even know. I did not know that it was a black woman who created that amazing show.
Yes. Yes. See?
Me and my son watched that every day when he was younger. Every day. Oh my God.
I love. They had me in the chokehold. Them songs that they will be singing, just
absolutely
catchy.
Well, hey, Miss Lisa. Yes, ma'am.
I am so glad that you have decided to join, put a pin in it, Conversations with Elisa, because we're about to have a conversation and you're going to be comfortable because I like my guests to be comfortable. I know you're an open book, so
absolutely. Anyway. And you know what? We got to pay homage to your baby daddy. We're not having a conversation. We're having a conversation.
A conversation. Yes, we are. I don't want to get fined for using his words, but
that's right.
Good evening, Lisa, and your special guest. Thank you so much. All right. So, yes, Mr. Jonathan Slocumb.
Yes, ma'am.
I always start off with my guests. I always ask them, where are you from and how did you get started in what you do?
I am, first of all, thank you for having me on your show. I think you are amazing. Everything centered around everything I've ever seen you be a part of is always excellence. You're a bad girl. And hey to my sweetheart, hey baby, my sweetheart is watching too. Hey baby. I'm from Atlanta, right here, born and raised here.
Didn't know that. Put a pin in it.
Yep. I moved away. I just came back. I've been in LA for about 35 years. And I came back in 2020. My mom had Alzheimer's. She passed last year. Yes, sir. So I came back to Atlanta. And as it turns out, this is Black Hollywood. And I've worked in a couple of shows and just being based out of my hometown again. And that's why I'm back home. I got started just like everybody else when I was young. At every level of education, I was voted most humorous. I wasn't class clown. I was top 10% in my academic class and voted most humorous.
Right.
So from that, I went to high school, went to college. It was in college that I knew I might have something. Want to hear the short story?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I went to Oakwood College, now Oakwood University. I was raised Seventh-day Adventist. That's another.
I know. Church on Saturday. That's all I know. Church on Saturday.
That's the main thing. But I went to a Seventh-day Adventist college on scholarship that I didn't even know I had till I got there. And I had gone for a 2-year associate's degree in broadcasting. At the end of my 2 years, I was getting ready to go. Had a great 2 years. I was kind of like the big man on campus kind of thing. And on my last night, I went to worship that night because it was a Christian college. And at the ladies' dorm, and they said, "Come to the front, Jonathan. We hear that you're leaving the campus tomorrow, and this campus cannot live without you." And then 2 women came down the aisle with an outdoor garbage can filled with money. The student body paid for my next 2 years to stay.
Wow.
They paid for my tuition. So it was at that moment I think I might have something. It still wasn't developed yet, but I knew I had this gift and it was going to probably make room for me. And then from there, just,
Wow. What was your first gig?
So here's the short of this long story.
You don't have to shorten it
Long
up.
story. I didn't know I was going to be doing this because comedy, because I went to school for broadcasting. I wanted to be a news journalist. That was my goal. But I also loved gospel music. And when I was in Atlanta, before I went to, I came back from college, I was a choir director. I was like, if Ricky Dillard is a 10 in energy, I was about a 7.
Okay.
And my choir was bad. So we started singing. And then Lisa, I would start emceeing the gospel concerts and having people laughing in the church. At that time, no one had ever done that. No one ever heard of laughing at a concert. And so that's how it was. And then, so the word got around about me, this funny guy doing gospel concerts. And at the time, I was working for AT&T on the weekday. And then I got my real first break discovered by Take 6. You ever heard of them?
Yes.
So they gave me my first big break. I emceed a concert with them in Chicago, and they liked what they saw, and they offered me the opening act for them for the rest of their tour. And then I looked at my check from AT&T, people cussing me out. My check for being funny for 15 minutes. Dear AT&T, peace.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you started your dream and didn't even know it was your dream.
I had no idea. I was just being me, Lisa. I'm me. Anywhere I'm around people, we laughing, you know. And I'm just being me. I didn't know that it was really such a thing because at that time, all Black comedians were, you know, using cuss words and all of that. So I became known once I started doing it. That guy who was clean and he was doing it in church. So this show called HBO Deaf Comedy Jam happened. And if I wasn't the first, I was among the first to do a clean set on that show. And if you go back and look at it, I had already.
I'm trying to think, do I remember you on there?
Yeah, I was on there when Martin was host. I had a processed hair and still wore my suit and so I got that because I was Mr. Atlanta in comedy. And whenever somebody would come to town, they would tell them about me. So Martin was here. The people at the radio station, B103, shout out to Carol Blackman and Mike Roberts, saying, you got to get this guy, Jonathan Slocumb. He's amazing. He's like, what? Yeah, and he's clean. He's like, what? So I opened for Martin here. Then I opened for him on a few more dates because he liked my work. And he and Bob Sumner got me on Def Comedy Jam. And when he introduced me on the show, he said, this is my man. We went on the road together. He's a good brother. Why? Because he got God in his heart, and we all should. I was a witness, didn't even know I was.
Wow.
And then from that, everybody found their lane. And that was like the beginning of most of our careers. Black comedians.
Wow. So you are in the mix of the beginning of the comedy.
Well,
because Def Comedy Jam, that was a big deal.
Yeah, everybody, like I said, everybody that's considered like in the A-list realm now started there. That's where Steve Harvey and the Kings of Comedy and Bernie Mac and Julian, it's a lot of Chris Rock and Mike Epps. We all started there. I took an alternate route because the Def Comedy Jam comedian had a reputation, had a brand, as it were. They were hardcore, they were doing their thing, but that wasn't me.
Right.
So when I left Def Jam, I couldn't go on tour with them because I didn't fit the mold. But I did have this gospel audience, so I started calling myself the gospel comedian. I was doing BB and CC Winans one night, and I'll do Patti LaBelle the other night, and I'll do Shirley Caesar one night. Well, I wouldn't do Shirley Caesar. Ain't that old, and we don't get down like that, you know what I'm saying? But I would do a concert with her. Then I'll do something with James Ingram another night. So I had this audience of people who prefer clean comedy, and I stayed in that lane ever since.
That is amazing, y'all. I'm learning. I love learning about people. You don't understand. I do. Okay, so you said gospel comedian, but I remember you asked me. You said, Lisa, can you take that off? So can you tell us why you don't go by that anymore?
Right. So I thought I had to have a title in order to be accepted. And So my big brother, Sinbad, y'all keep praying for him, better.
Yeah.
He told me, he said, man, don't use that title. He said, I knew you were a Christian when I first met you. And anybody who, when they see you on stage, they know you're not like a regular black comedian. Just be a comedian, do it clean like me, you'll go further. So basically, God had broadened my territory, and I wasn't just in that gospel box. I was then beginning to do other things on television and film and, you know, other what they call secular events. But I just never went outside of what I believed in. There was a gospel artist named Wintley Phipps who said I could use his motto, which I live by this day. It said, I would never compromise just to be recognized. So I live by that mantra. I don't have to compromise. I just be me, and doors are open for me as long as I stay firm to what I believe in.
Right. So you said other avenues. So tell us, because your recent avenue, you were on Churchy. If y'all don't know who this is, if you haven't watched Churchy,
y'all better watch it.
Jonathan Slocumb is the father on Churchy. He is the father, Kev on stage. And you all listen, that was great. I'm very hard on stuff that I watch.
Yeah, we like people like you.
But when I watch, because it resonated with me, everything you could think of that happens in church was in those series. And so I was like, this is phenomenal. Y'all did a good job. Hats off to y'all. Good job, Kev, for the writing and stuff like that. But you were in other things. So tell us what else you're in so people can go and watch it.
Yeah, well, since we're on the Churchy, I really want to give a shout out to Kev on stage because you know, he handpicked who he wanted to play the characters.
Oh, wow. About
5 years prior to us doing the show, I was in DC and I happened to see the last of the concerts with Anita Baker. She's a fan of Kev on stage. He was in the audience, he and his wife. She shouted him out from the stage. I had never met him before, but I was a fan of his. Afterwards, I went up to him, and I have a picture right now that I can show it to you, but I was so excited to meet him, and he was excited to meet me, let me know how much he watched me when he was younger and all this. And I said, you know what? We look alike. One day I'm going to play your daddy. And we just laughed. And then, bingo, that happened. So,
wow.
So
shout out to Kev. Now, Kevin is funny. And he would, you know, he's another clean comedian. What's his name? Country Wayne. He was supposed to be clean, but when I watched his thing, I said, Country Wayne, you done compromised. That I really couldn't get into it because he was cussing. Because I'm used to him not cussing.
Well, he just had some topical subjects that might have been questionable.
Yes. And so when I see you said you've been yourself all these years and have not, you know, swayed from it. That is awesome to say. And you're successful.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
I say this to people who can understand, but my entire career was based on favor. Like I hardly ever auditioned for anything. People just hand me things because of what I stand for. My first big television situation, and people still are watching the reruns of the Steve Harvey Show. He had a sitcom.
Oh, yeah.
And he had a band. His backstory was he was a member of a group called the High Tops. And one of the characters named Clyde the Slide, Afro 70s clothes, that's me. So I played Clyde for 7 episodes, and people saw me in a different light from that. So that was one of the things, and that's still on right now. Dietrich Hatton did a movie called The Fallen. And, I played a character in this movie, kind of like L.A. Reid, a record label executive owner, did that. And the Wonder Years have a reboot all-black cast that's now on Netflix. And I'm on that season 2. Once again, I'm playing a pastor. I keep playing.
I didn't know that was on there.
Yeah, it's on Netflix now. And of course, Kingdom Business on BET. I was on season 2. I played Yolanda Adams' vocal coach named Ladarius. Ladarius, honey. That was my character, honey. Ladarius, honey.
And he's snapping like that. But guess what? This man of God had a woman, and her last name is my last name.
She's watching right now.
Could you please comment again so I can put your name? Oh, here she is right here. Tanya Dunn is engaged.
Sure is.
To Mr. Jonathan Slocumb. And I want you to tell us, I hope you tell it right, because she's listening.
Oh, I got you. Well, first of all, I need to let, every time I do the Reformation, a couple of ladies step to me in a certain way, I gotta let them know I ain't available no more. So.
To you. I know one.
No. But there's another lady, and she says she calls herself my wife because she's
your wife.
We had a joke in the lobby.
No. I'm just saying.
No. Yeah, and so she came up to me. She's a like a full figure lady, but she's really feels herself, and she stepped to me. She was real sassy, and I said, like, that was I think the first Reformation I did with y'all. And I said, well, you should be my wife. She said, okay, husband. And she grabbed me and almost choked me. But
Lord, the saints is
I love her. She's sweet. Yeah. So I have this amazing woman, and we represent love after 60. I'm 65. My fiance is 62. But Larry Reed was up. So in the industry, I have several adopted nephews and nieces. I love on them, and I'm there to support them. And one of them, a guy named Jason Claiborne, he's an amazing writer and singer producer. At the Stellar Awards a couple of years ago, I think it's 2021, and I was working the show. You ever been to Stellar Awards before?
I met you at the Stellar Awards.
Really?
Yeah.
That like the first time?
That year that Ree was nominated and he didn't win, and he lost to
Oh, yep, you're right.
He lost to somebody that should not even be in the category. I ain't gonna say his name, rest his soul. But he lost to him.
I got you.
He got a hit. He lost to him.
Yeah, but this year, and it was in Asheville, and I was doing the audience hosting. I had a really good night that night, and I wore myself out. So after the after party, there's always an after thing, eat and all that. So my nephew Jason, he's like, "Hey, Unc, man, it was great tonight." Blah blah blah. I said, "Thanks, man." So because he opened the show with Hezekiah Walker, he said, "Man, you met my mother-in-law?" I was like, "No, man, but I'm getting ready to go." You got to meet my mother-in-law. I said, "Bro, I'm tired." And at the time, I was seeing somebody kind of. And I was like, "No." I said, "Come on, Unc, you got to meet my mother-in-law. I'm telling you, got to meet my mother-in-law."
Okay.
All right. So I saw her when she walked in. She has one of those Southern men traits that we all look like, that we like, bow legs. Black men from the South love bow leg women. So I saw that. So she was beautiful. So I went and I said, "Hello, I'm good to meet you." Shook her hand. That was it. And then later on, we connected on social media, back and forth, in and out, up and down. And then one day last year in April, we committed to ourselves, to each other. We're going to be a couple. And then in April, and in October 29th, last year, I proposed to her in her hometown, Louisville, Kentucky. And she said yes. You got to have her on one day, because her story is amazing.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, because she's a widower, and her husband was ill. She took care of him for 18 years while he was sick, bedridden. She stayed with him the whole time. I mean,
Lord, you talk to her.
Yeah, right. And I'm right, exactly. And I'm the first man she's legitimately been with in a relationship since her husband.
Wow.
And I always felt, this is weird, I always felt like he was giving me the okay, because everything I do, in some kind of way, I would feel his presence. I'm not lying. It's really odd, but I feel like he was, always with us in some way, even to the point the night that I proposed to her at this restaurant, and everybody was applauding and everything. And then we getting ready to go, ask the waiter, if he would come by and give me the check. He said, well, sir, we talked about it in the back because of what you did tonight. The dinner is on us. It's our treat. Thank you for letting us share this time with you. I was like, my man, what is your name? He said, Jeffrey. And that's her ex-husband's name. Her husband's name.
Wow.
That was like Jeffrey was there giving us a meal to put us icing on the cake. It was so special. Oh my God.
See, I'm scary. So if that would have happened to me, I would have been like, I don't know.
So guy had proposed to you, and then your waiter name was Larry.
No, we have to go somewhere else. No, but what I'm saying is that is spooky. But it's a great confirmation that he's okay, that with her being with you. And she's a beautiful lady. I've seen her pictures.
She's awesome. She got 4 beautiful daughters. Yeah, she got grandkids and son-in-laws, and she just has an amazing family, And it's good for me because my mom passed. It's me and my brother and sister, just the 3 of us now. So in a sense, we're getting another family, to be a part of. So.
And see, too, she's a good woman because she took care of her husband for 18 years.
Oh, and then years after that by herself.
That's unheard of.
What's unheard of is every time I would meet a woman after my prior divorce about 14, 15 years ago, the women I would date, the guy before me would be some kind of a dog, no good, so-and-so, you ain't jack, that. And then I come along, chivalry, gentleman, I'm the knight on, knight in shining armor. That's what I had to go against, But in this case, this man was like an angel. He was amazing, and she took care of him for 22 years.
Wow.
Yeah, she's awesome.
You're amazing, Tanya. And you got my last name, so that means you're more amazing. A very good woman, huh?
I call her my grand finale.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
A good man and a good woman, that is great. I love it. Love it. I had a couple on last week. They're the same thing.
I know, I saw them. I love that couple. It was so awesome.
Same thing. I love seeing Black couples win. I mean, all couples okay, but I like seeing us win because we go through so much and we don't have examples of what Tanya did. Tanya, is it Tanya or Tanya?
It's Tanya.
We don't have examples of what Tanya did or how you said you are, the knight in shining armor and stuff. But I don't know. You say you from Atlanta.
Yes.
So that's good. You made it out all right. These men in Atlanta, honey?
Well, let me in defense of my city.
No. I don't date in Atlanta. So if you're from Atlanta, I don't want you.
Listen, stop. The men in Atlanta that you don't date are not from Atlanta.
Really?
They're not from here. If you met a down-home, real Southern man from Atlanta, nothing like what these guys out here, they same guys, same people put sugar in grits. That's them.
I've yet. So now I have to say, instead of saying, "Are you from Atlanta?" I need to know your home of record.
Originally, you originally from Atlanta.
Because, honey, I be in the house. I don't go outside.
Stop it.
I don't.
Stop playing.
I don't.
Then start going out.
I be in the house. I mean, is Tanya here? She's in Atlanta too, right?
Louisville, Kentucky.
She not here yet.
Not yet. Okay. I gotta get stuff. I gotta get it. If I can get one of y'all's houses from Larry, then I'll break it down.
Well, Tanya, when you get here, we gonna hang out. Look, she said, "Hell, I have found one yet." I'm telling you, Miss Pat. I guess it's our age group because Miss Pat is older than me. But what I'm saying is people that have grown up. I'm Southern. I'm from North Carolina. So there's a certain type of man that I'm used to. I'm not used to, these people that want to be out all the time and all this kind of stuff. I'm not used to that. I don't want to go to no club. I don't want to do none of that.
Lisa, slow your roll. Let me tell you what you got to do.
Tell me. Because you're from here.
It's not even because I'm from here. Don't even think about getting a man. Okay. Like, don't even let it be in your mind. If you just do you, get out, enjoy yourself, go have dinner, go to the play, go to the movies, just enjoy yourself. That bro will step to you before you know it, guaranteed. Because when y'all looking for him, he ain't gonna show up. When you
let me rephrase. I'm gonna rephrase. I'm not looking for a man.
Okay.
I do get stepped to, but the people that step to me are not the people I want to talk to.
And then you keep it stepping, keep it moving. That's all. It's just okay, sorry, but no thank you. Just keep it moving. Because the right one will definitely find you.
Okay, so I just got to keep going out.
Yeah, just keep going out.
I always go to the games, though. I'm always at the Atlanta Hawks games. If you're listening, men, I'm always at the Atlanta Hawks games.
You're
I'm always at the Braves games. Okay. Where am I at too? I'm always at Louisiana Bistro eating grilled oysters.
And that means you gotta start going someplace else. See, these brothers, Lisa, you've heard this before. The brothers get intimidated by you on sight.
They do.
But the right one will see you and think that you're not intimidating. I'm telling you, it's all about the right one, but you just got to be patient.
Yeah.
He'll step to you, I promise you. And when he does, you'll be so ready.
And I do need him to step to me because I'm not the type that'll step to them.
Yeah, look, Tiny was fine. She was living her life, enjoying her life as a single woman, as a widower. She wasn't stressed about, and one day it just happened. And we just got aligned. We have, a couple of things happening in between, but ideally and finally, we got on the same alignment. Bam. I ain't living the rest of my life without this woman. Nope.
Wow. Okay. See, that's what I need. I need somebody to be like, I ain't living the rest. But listen, I ain't going into that. This ain't about me. This about you. Right. Now, when you are preparing for like award shows, is your material, is it like off the cuff, or do you have like written material that you know you're going to do?
See, that's the thing. And I'm kind of like shying away from stand-up comedy, as it were, because I know that there's a real strong demand and a need for comedic hosts, like what I do for Reformation and I do for other things. I'm gearing up for the big show that I'll be hosting. Say about that some other time.
Okay.
But, so what I do, I know the audience, I know who's nominated, I know, and I get all my information, and all you have to do is just speak on what everybody else is speaking on. Like when I was on stage at the Image Awards the year after the Chris Rock and Will Smith thing, I talked about that because everybody's still talking about it.
Right.
So it's a matter of just knowing like what's going on in the culture. And for me, I just like to bring back the memories of all the great things that's happened for us, because it's all about positivity. I don't bash anybody, anything like that. I just talk about life and have people make sure that they're having a good time.
Yeah. And you do a good job at it. And who I see you mesh well with is Lexi. Y'all are funny together.
Lexi she's so fierce. I wish she would really just go for it. Like she could really have a daytime talk show, and
she
would kill it. But I don't know where she is with that, but she's doing what she's supposed to be doing, and she does it well. Everybody has their place in their lanes. I just want people to just be comfortable where they are, and be open to what God brings your way, because favor is, they say it ain't fair, but it really is fair,
Right.
Like when I first got that Steve Harvey show, I was shocked out of my socks.
Right.
What? supposed to be one episode, then it got to be 7. Got to know Steve Harvey. Then I had a one-sided beef. I couldn't stand Steve Harvey, and for no reason.
Really?
It was. Listen, I used to wake up every morning hoping that Steve would fail. I was so, please, Lord, have him.
I'm so glad you've been honest about this.
Oh, yeah, I had man, my envy and jealousy was, see, after doing Steve Harvey's show, we would go in this trailer every day on during the break, and he was so mesmerized over the fact that I had an audience of what you call church folk. He said, man, how you do that? How you do that? I mean, these are my people, man. You know, it's easy. So I introduced him to T.D. Jakes, and T.D. Jakes, and like all other preachers, they want to know all the stars, you know.
Right, they do.
And so T.D. Jakes had this thing called MegaFest, and he had this idea to do a comedy show, and he wanted Steve Harvey.
Wait, time out. When you said they want to know all the stars, I'm proud of myself because I kept because I was about to say something I hadn't been saying. But go ahead.
Yeah, so T.D. Jakes said, I want to have a comedy show at MegaFest. Can you get Steve Harvey? I'm like, oh, thank you, Maria, for that. I said, yeah. So I told Steve, he's like, well, I ain't gonna do no comedy, but I'll host it. So they worked it out. He hosted it. I was on the show. Sinbad was on the show. Steve Harvey was so nervous. Oh my God, he's so nervous. And we were backstage, and we prayed. I said, man, these people love you. So when they introduced me, I came out. I was gonna do my opening thing. I said, no, let me do this first. I said, Steve, come out here, bro. Came out. I said, man, I need you to see this. I said, how many of y'all love Steve Harvey, even though you know he makes some noise? They were like, ah! Listen, he started crying on stage. He just,
I bet he did.
That's when he first started doing that. And so I'm thinking, I got him in. We're gonna be, me and him together. It's like he just forgot about me. So that's what I just on every platform I could. Steve ain't really no Christian. He just always, I'm just going off, just ugly. And so right after I had the divorce from my second wife, I was like, God said, now look, go get that straight with Steve because you know you're wrong. So I had, I'm the longest running main stage host at Essence Music Festival. Have you been there before?
No.
You never been to Essence Festival? I need you to go. I need every Black woman.
Okay, I'm going.
You need to go. Get 5 of your best girls and go.
Okay.
You will have the time of your life.
Y'all, we going to Essence Festival. Who going with me? I'm going because you said it.
I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's so worth it. And so I did it for 7 straight years. The 8th year, they decided they wanted to go another direction. They needed a radio partner. They had the Steve Harvey Morning Show as the host of all things. Of course, I was pissed off. I lost my high-paying job. Oh, so pissed. So about 2 or 3 years after that, I had to go to work for Coca-Cola and for Verizon at Essence. So this is my chance to go and see Steve Harvey. I had to go to him and apologize. I had to do it. So he was on the day stage. I went backstage to see him. His security met me at the door and said, what you want, Sloke? I need to speak to Steve. Man, we ain't trying to have no problems. Apparently he had heard about stuff I said. So I said, please, I have to talk to him because I got to clear this up. He needs to know, blah, 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 blah. All right, stay right here. So I waited for about 2 hours. Steve Harvey came around. Steve Harvey came with his fist clenched. Like, what you want? Like, he didn't say just, they said some other words. I said, bro, and I just broke down crying. I got on my knees. I said, please forgive me for things I said. I was in a bad way. My marriage was going bad. I was jealous. I was envious. I was felt entitled. And he brought me up. He hugged me. He said, I knew it was something. He said, man, I tell anybody, you're one of the most righteous brothers I know. I didn't know why you were saying that stuff about me. I said, because I didn't understand why you couldn't take me to places that I thought I deserved to be. I wanted to be you. He's like, dude, I got so many things going on. I wish I could do something, but it's not because I don't love you, my brother. Cleared it up, gave him his number. That was it. And that's why I tell comedians now, go to the person. Don't go on social media and all these platforms. Go to them and clear it up. Now, me and Steve don't talk regularly, but at least that's out of the way. And we have a clear path now. So that was a big move. And I had to do it. And my life has been going all the way over ever since.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. Oh my goodness. Even though a part of me feels like you were justified and why you felt that way, because I mean, the way you introduced him to TDJs, that is not like a regular person.
Yeah, but you know, but in hindsight, but I realized that once people get going and they don't have it's hard to I did the same thing with Ricky Smiley. He's like, dude, I just been busy. Anything you need, let me know. I would go to those places in my mind thinking that nobody like me no more. Everybody so I'm good.
You taught us a valuable lesson. I'm definitely gonna take this as a clip, because everybody needs to know that you need to go to the person. Don't get on social media. And then the person is probably don't even know.
Probably don't even know. You're right.
Don't even know that you're offended.
No, man. This social media is supposed to be a social media outlet. You're supposed to have fun with it, meet new friends and fans, but they're doing too much on it. It's just too much.
Yeah, it can get too much.
Yeah.
So what are you doing now? Like, I know you just did churchy. What you can tell us, because I know you probably got things that you can't tell us, but what are you doing now to stay? Are you on social media? Do you?
Oh yeah, I'm regularly on Instagram every day. That's my favorite place to be. I get to meet new people and post stuff. But
a supportive wife.
I see
God has great things in store, babe.
I'm gonna see her.
Hold on, y'all don't understand. Jonathan is 65 and Tanya is 62, and they are engaged.
Yeah,
y'all, there is hope for us. Okay.
Bevy Smith, the superstar person, Bevy Smith says, is greater later.
I believe that. Now, you know why I believe that? Because I am not the same person that I was 18 years ago.
Yeah, of course.
Not 18 years ago. When I was 18. When I was 18 and I got married, I'm not the same person. The things that I want now is different from what I wanted then.
Yeah.
So I know without a shadow of a doubt that when the man finds me that's not from Atlanta, I'm going to
hey, listen, stop. He might be here. See, y'all think all the, but you know what? You'll find out.
I'm gonna do what you said, because I'm a firm believer in when you find a man that has wisdom, you need to listen to them. So I'm gonna listen to what you said. You my big brother. I'm gonna listen to you.
Yeah, I'll be that. No thing. And the thing is, so many things are being looked for superficially now. Money is great to have, but I promise you that ain't the end all. I know a lot of millionaire, jacked up, unhappy, depressed, sad people in this world.
Yeah, I'm not looking for money.
Well,
I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking for. I'm not gonna say it.
He's looking for you.
Yes.
Yeah, just don't forget your value. It's an honor to be found by the right brother.
It is.
Like, I'm thankful that Tanya allowed me, because she had to say yes for me to be with her. Y'all got all the power. Don't get it twisted. We can't do nothing unless y'all say yes. So
right. There you go. You're just dropping them gems.
I'm just saying. Yeah, life is, people getting killed now for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a swinging, platinum beard wearing black man, single. No, I'm not trying to be no player. No, sir. I want one. Like, what's his name? Tattoo say only one wife though. Only one wife though.
You said Tanya's from Kentucky, so do y'all go to the Kentucky Derby?
We have not, but I plan on going because we love to dress and we love fashion. So we're gonna do one of those Kentucky Derby things, definitely. Yeah.
Let me know because I want to wear a hat. You know, I love hats.
Of course.
I'm a hat wearer.
Of course.
I love it.
Of course.
Yep.
So I'm like I was about to say, I'm my beard is a little thicker than usual because I just got a new movie I'm about to shoot.
Okay.
And I gotta have. I can't tell you the movie, but I gotta have a. It's a seasonal movie, and I gotta have a thicker white beard.
Christmas movie. We smart over here.
That's all I can say. But I'm nervous and I'm excited. It's a big role, but I'm not used to this. But
well, we are going to support you in everything that you do because you are a yes. I'm going to get your fiance on so she can tell her story. Because I know I've come in contact with a lot of people that have been caretakers, and they're being caretakers right now. Mostly children with their parents.
Yeah, my sister was the caretaker to my mom's. She and my brother was helping her because she lived with my sister and brother and brother-in-law. So and it's been rough.
It's a hard task, and I see people on Instagram saying, "Yes, please have her on." So, Tanya, can you got my Instagram, so you could just we can connect like that, and I'm gonna have her on, especially during Women's Month. March is Women's Month, so but how can people find you?
Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to whoever it was that gave Larry. We got the same birthday. I'm the 12th. He's the 13th, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Somebody gave a $10,000 cash app.
To you?
No, to Larry.
Prophet Lovey.
I don't know who it was, but I'm like, hello.
Prophet Lovey.
I put my cash app. I gave my cash app on for my birthday. I got about $15. Just.
I'm not gonna say what I get hefty cash apps too for my birthday, but I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't get $10,000, but I get a hefty serving.
Wow. My gift, people love me. I'm like, but if the spirit movie is $J right there, SLOKE. But my
Vacation muscles can also boost collagen production.
That's you?
Yeah, that's my son calling me. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm back. I'm on Instagram at I am Jonathan Slocumb. I am Jonathan JONATHAN SLOCUMB, and on Facebook I'm on comedian Jonathan Slocumb. And soon my website is going to be up. It's Jonathan Slocumb coming up.
Got you.
Got an eyewear line coming out.
That's amazing.
Merchandise line coming out. I'm entering the world of fashion as I should have been a while ago, but I'm gonna do something with that. So God is good.
You are amazing. Thank you so much for being on. For Cash App, $JSLOKE. J Slow. Y'all give him something for his birthday, please.
Oh. Hey, listen, so I want to ask you.
What?
Like on your day-to-day, is this what you do? Are you a host? This is what you do for a living?
No.
I never knew what you really did. I'm just nosing.
So I am a JROTC instructor.
Get out of here.
I'm a JRT. I'm retired military. I retired 20 years. That. Yes. I have a long resume. Sit back. Let me tell you. 20 years retired. That's how I was able to become a JROTC instructor, because you have to be retired.
Wow.
This is my 4th year teaching in the school system, but this year is special because I teach an all-girls school. So I am at I'm at Coretta Scott King Women Leadership Academy. That's where I teach at. And it is phenomenal. I love it over there.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes, I'm in the ending parts of my dissertation. So I'll be called doctor done by the end of this, probably August, because I'm in my last extension this time.
And you'll be legitimately a doctor.
Yes.
Not that honoraries.
I'm getting an EDD.
Hello.
In educational psychology and technology.
See,
I'm smart.
Brother,
I only do this on Tuesday.
You are definitely that. Wow, I did not know that. That's amazing.
Yes, I am very smart. I love to laugh. So that's why I have had you on. My personality precedes me. I don't meet a stranger. Anybody on here knows I don't meet a stranger. If you're ever in my presence, I'm very friendly. So it's just who I am. And I get it from my mom and my grandma. My mom and my grandma, they were hilarious.
Oh,
and
those
so
are my ones. I saw, and I like to try, and I like to talk to older Black women because they got some funny things to say. And I was in I don't know where I was, but I saw this lady. She was dressed real nice, and I said, "How old are you?" She said, "Child, I am 89 years old." I was like, "What?" And I said, "So what's the secret, to getting old?" She said, "Child, look at when you get old, you lose 3 things, baby." She said, "One is your memory." And I don't forgot the other 2 things, but I know it's.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something that my grandma used to say. It is hilarious. So when she will always tell us, when I die, I want to have all women pallbearers because when your granddaddy died, no man asked to take me out to eat. They didn't ask to take me on no type of date. So when I die, I don't want no man to take me out of the church.
You didn't take me out then, you're gonna take me out now. That is hilarious.
Yeah, my grandma was funny. That was my grandma. So I am Miss B. They know my grandma.
Sister B. Is that for Beatrice?
Yep, Beatrice Williams. That was my grandma.
That's it. Miss B.
I
like that.
love my grandma.
She's still living?
Oh no. She passed away. She was 98 years old.
Wow.
She was still driving until she was 95. Wow. And we had to stop her from driving because she just wouldn't stop at stop signs. She would just go. And she would get out of every ticket that she would just say she owed or whatever like that, and then they would just let her go because they lived in an old town, Eureka, like a small town. Everybody knew each other. Okay. So she said the stop sign doesn't really mean stop; it just means yield right away.
It just makes sure you see what's coming to you.
You just yield, then you just go.
You know what? I got a guess for you, Lisa.
Who you got?
Do you know who Zernona Clayton is?
I don't.
Okay. Zernona,
but I look her up.
It's Xernona. She's a personal friend of mine. She's 93 years old. Oh, and she was Dr. King's executive assistant.
Wow.
When I tell you she got stories, you need 3 hours.
I want them all.
Oh no, she's gonna be on your show. This will be the best conversation you'll ever have. She's 93, uses no notes, takes no medicine, does not work out. She drives to her office, which is downtown Atlanta, every morning at 4:30 a.m.
93?
93. She just had a birthday. Look her up. Please do your research first, though, because she is something that you need to have her.
I am going to look her up tonight.
Xernona. And I'm going to put a word in for you because she's very funny, too.
I know. I love it. I love interacting with, I call it wisdom. I love interacting with wisdom.
Yeah.
Because I want that to fall on me. Yep. So thank you so much. I hope you had a great time.
I had a ball. You know, this is the long, I've never really talked to you before. No. It's always in passing. Hug, how you doing? And that was it. But I always knew what the kind of woman you are because I see you and I hear you and you're awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. And y'all, please support. A lot of things are coming up. Continue to support all the things that are on streaming right now. I do have a comedy record on Spotify and iTunes called Take Your Medicine.
Okay, wait. Don't fly through this.
Okay.
Take your time and tell us what we need to do. I already wrote some stuff down. So you
I have a comedy record that's still out of rotation called Take Your Medicine. It's on Spotify and iTunes. And then the first comedy record that ever hit the mainstream that was considered gospel comedy is still available out there, called Laugh Yourself to Life.
Okay.
And I came up with that title because I didn't want anybody to laugh themselves to death. So I said, I'm going to call it Laugh Yourself to Life. So it's out there somewhere. It's hard to find, but it's there.
Okay.
Yeah. And so a lot of good things going on coming up soon. Thank you so much for having me. I love talking to my people.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, Tanya, I can't wait to meet you too. When you come to Atlanta, let me know.
Yeah, she'll be here. We're gonna go to DC. I'm hosting the Urban League in next week. Yes, but she'll be back. I'll let you know.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Everybody give my guests a hand. All right. We have had another great show with another great guest. You guys put a pin in it. We on the map, y'all. And I cannot wait to have more and more conversations with people that we just need to know about, right? We just want to know, because some of the stuff that I didn't know, Jonathan Slocumb was from Atlanta, but he made it out hard. I'm just playing. But you guys, join me here every Tuesday from 7 to 7:30. I do sports and things. And then from 7:30 and however long it takes, I talk to my guests. I really, really love being with you guys. So make sure you share, make sure you like, make sure you comment. When you come in the chat, make sure you're saying what you need to say so I can put you on this chat like 14 Karat. She's one of my main ones. Just do you. He'll find you. Focus on being the best Christian you can be. Thank you. I love you guys. And we are signing off. I hope my prize picks hit. What's up, Jermaine? Love you, bro. Thank you for being on. You're always here. This is my day one. He been rocking with me since the beginning. Y'all, I'm thinking about doing a game night next week, because next week is my birthday week. March the 14th is my birthday. And I like hosting games. And I just bought Taboo for the Culture. I asked some people would they want to do Jeopardy and stuff like that. 3 people volunteered. So I may try to put that together, but I don't know yet, because it's a lot of work doing that, but I don't know. All right. So I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night. Bye.